This entire sequence was filmed with the 24-70.
Over two sipped out, he ain't need a bed. Then I did the planet tech in a cold red. If I tell this bitch to pull her, she gon' moped it. My doggy don't smoke on shit unless it's unleaded. I don't back and forth over no net, so just gon' did it. See me when you see me, if it's smoke, doggy, unleash it.
All right, so like I said, that entire sequence was filmed with this lens right here. This is the newest lens to the collection, guys. I went ahead and picked up this lens. Literally, it's only been 5 days. Had it for 5 days, and so far, my initial impressions are this thing is a beast. It's an absolute beast, a great lens, and you know, I expect it coming from a G Master lens. You know, you're paying top dollar for this lens, and it delivers. Let's just say that. So my journey started with the 16-35 GM2. I always wanted the trinity, if you will, of the lenses. So they have the 16-35, 24-70, and the 70-200. And like I said, it started with 16-35. That's what I'm recording on now as we speak. And then I eventually got the 70-200. And then I went ahead and finished off the trinity with the 24-70. I'll put up some close shots, let you guys see the lens, but in comparison to the first generation of this lens, you get an aperture ring, you get a second function button, and you get a smooth tight switch, which actually works really well. Like when I plan to get a gimbal, and they say, you know, when you're using a gimbal, it's good to put it on tight so your lens doesn't drift and, you know, change focal lengths mid-shoot. But what I found is even with it on smooth, it is still like, it's pretty tight. Like it's not going anywhere. So this is the 24-70 GM2. Super happy to acquire this lens. And I've been taking my camera everywhere, and starting with the 16-35, that's pretty much what I've been rocking as my everyday carry, if you will. And I always find myself needing a little more reach in just different situations, or even story building, in terms of trying to get all your shots down with one lens. This is what I'm finding to be very helpful. This lens right here, the 24-70, is good to get your wider 24mm shots, your more like establishing shots, and then you can still punch in at 70mm and get those closer, more intimate shots. So I'm loving it so far, guys. It's like McDonald's, I'm loving it. It is a really good lens. Very sharp. The photos, I'll throw up some pictures. The photos I've been taking with this are amazing. Like, just amazing. I really am enjoying this lens, using it. And it goes down to f2.8. So I definitely see for the foreseeable future, I'm gonna be primarily rocking this lens as my everyday carry, as my lens that lives on my body. You know, if I could only pick one lens, I've only had this thing for 5 days, but if I could only pick one lens that I have to use and kind of just pick, it would be this one. And I only had it 5 days, but I can already tell, you know, it's solid. Like you can cover a lot with this one lens, and I see why people hype it up. So if you are in the market, and let's say you got your A7 IV with the kit lens, which is a good lens, and you want to upgrade to something a bit better, get the 24-70. Don't make the mistake I made and got the 16-35 first. Now, obviously, depending on what you do, a lot of like real estate, like indoor, and you need like a wider lens, then yeah, of course, get the 16-35. But when I go travel, I see like this is going to be the one that lives on the body. And I've seen like a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of people saying that the one lens that lives on their body, or like the one lens when they do travel 95% of the time is on their body, is this lens right here. And I see why. Like I literally see it. This summer is gonna be amazing. I have a lot of fun activities in the works, and I'm gonna be bringing my camera. I bring my camera with me pretty much everywhere now. It's gonna be a lot of action, a lot of fun, just living life, guys, living life. You know, life is short, and I want to document this life in the best quality possible. So that's why I got the 24-70. That's why I use the Sony ecosystem. I really am enjoying the a7 IV. You know, this camera is just so good for not only taking photos, 33 megapixels, but also video. Like, it's a true hybrid camera. And when they do come out with the a7 IV, I'm gonna be very interested in what the upgrades are for that camera body. But back to the lens. If you're on the fence, just do it. That's all I can say. You won't regret it. I know Sigma, I believe it was Sigma, they came out with the 24-70, their second gen. I watched some videos on it, and it's like a little, like, if you're a pixel peeping, it, in terms of sharpness, isn't as sharp as this lens, which I would hope. I mean, shit, you're paying damn near double, but me, I like the best of the best, so I'm gonna get the best of the best. And that's what this lens is. This is what it represents. So I'm super, super stoked to be able to own this, super blessed to be able to own this lens. And I plan to take it with me everywhere, guys. So if you want to see more action that this lens is gonna capture, go check out my Instagram. I'll put it up on screen now. I am rekindling my passion with photography, with videography in mind. And having this set up, the 70-200, that's, you know, that lens is, I'm gonna definitely do a longer term review. I did a short term review on that lens, my kind of first impressions when I got it. And it's been probably like a month and some change since I've owned that lens. And geez, that one has captured some crazy things too. So yeah, this one added to the collection. And I even contemplated, like, at this point, 24mm, do I need to go wider? In terms of my 16-35, I'm really questioning, do I need it? Like, is it an absolute necessity when this one at 24mm is pretty wide enough to get my wider shots? Recently, I went out to Luray Caverns, and that video was filmed entirely on the 16-35, with a few exceptions with the 70-200. But definitely in that situation, I needed the wider lens. You know, being in the cave and trying to get the entire cave in the shot, you needed that 16mm. In that instance, it was very much a necessity. But like I said, like 90% of the time, I think you can get away with just this one lens. You know, the 70-200, that's super, like, if you're really trying to isolate your subject. I love doing portraits with that lens. Whenever I'm doing portraits, that's been my bread and butter right there. Just crazy portraits I've gotten from that lens. This one, I see like just literally a mix of both. Like, in terms of being wide and being, you know, relatively, you can isolate your subject, it's damn near right in the middle. Like, you know, it's literally right in the middle. So I'm super, super pumped to be able to use this one. But yeah, be on the lookout, guys. We got some banger content coming out here soon. It's gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of action, a lot of fun things lined up, a lot of trips that we're gonna be going on. You know, I'm hitting that stage in my life of, you know, you only live once. It's time to have some fun. So with that being said, I think I covered pretty much the basics. If you're looking for like a super technical video, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go down the weeds. But all I can say is it's a phenomenal lens. I never owned the GM1 version of this lens. I've only ever owned the GM2, so I can't really compare it to the, like, if you're on the fence, like I'm about to upgrade from the GM1 to the GM2, I can't really give you too much advice in that department. But if you're building out your, you know, your investment, your collection of lenses, definitely get the GM2. I know it's gonna be a little more money, but longer term, it's an amazing lens. Like, this thing is gonna be able to get you those images for years to come. This lens is literally gonna last you years to come. So I look at it as an investment in terms of building out my collection. I'm with Sony. That's something we're gonna definitely go over, is the a7 IV. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to film that video, because this is my main camera. I only have, like, you know, the a7 IV in terms of video. That thing knocks all my other cameras out of the ballpark. So still trying to figure that one out. But yeah, if you're building out that collection in your lenses, go with this one. It'll serve you a very long life. So with that being said, be on the lookout for more content. More just high quality content is coming So make sure you hit that notification button because you ain't gonna want to miss it. Let's just say that. All right, y'all. It's been a pleasure. I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.